Welcome along to Castle Combe, the first ever visit to this place by the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. Qualifying today was going to be the first time for everybody then, and it was Aaron Thompson who took pole, Cameron Pugh alongside, then Nathan Edwards and Ronan Quinn row 2. Carlito Morocco next up from Richard Crisp, then it was Michael Higgs and Elliot Wilson. Lewis Kent 9th from Sikander Hussain. 11th was Alexander Tate, and a welcome to newcomer Ben Swift, who lines up in 12th. The cars are on the grid for round 9 of the championship. The lights are on and off they go. Great start from the outside of the front row. Cameron Pugh gets his nose ahead of championship leader Aaron Thompson. So Cameron Pugh's been improving race by race, gets the sweep around Folly and heading down Avon Rise. This the view from Aaron's teammate Michael Higgs, who's second in the championship. The outside line also prepared by Jam Sport. Carlito Morocco in red is there. Ronan Quinn in yellow is going to go through as well. We've got Nathan Edwards ahead of them. Edwards, in fact, has got into second, and Aaron Thompson's got into the lead. So now we've got Cameron Pugh down to third. Big sort out on lap number 1. And coming into the S's for the first time, in car with Nathan Edwards. Nathan chasing at the moment, so Nathan down to third. And Cameron Pugh into second position, but Aaron Thompson assuming the position that he's had a great deal this year of the race lead. Thompson, you might remember in the last round, said was catching up in terms of career wins with JJ Ross. JJ has 11 wins in the Fiesta Junior Championship. Aaron Thompson currently on 11 and could well match JJ Ross, who's doing great things in the Fiesta Senior Championship at the moment, on a winning streak there. And they're in action here at Castle Combe this weekend as well. Through goes Ronan Quinn in yellow, who had a brace of podia at Snetterton last time out on the 200 circuit. And this particular track, not dissimilar to the 200 at Snetterton, because it doesn't have the twists and turns. It's probably the fastest of the tracks that we visit. And this is the view from Nathan Edwards, who's been a regular on the podium. Edwards third in the championship at the moment, 161 points. He's 14 points down on Michael Higgs. The drivers do have to contend with drop scores. We've got waved yellows out, and in the distance you can see the orange car of Elliot Wilson against the barrier. I think Elliot is probably okay, but we've got heavily waved yellows whilst the marshals attend to him, and that will slow the drivers down. Aaron Thompson the leader, still Cameron Pugh second, then it's Nathan Edwards. Ronan Quinn in yellow is running in third place. Well, the top 4 breaking clear. Aaron Thompson breaking clear of second, third and fourth, and as we said, a gap back from fourth to fifth place as they go through Tower Corner into Bobby's. Then it's down onto the Westway and Dean Straight back towards the start-finish line. The entrance to the pits that you can see there. And it's Aaron Thompson leading into Camp Corner from Cameron Pugh. Nathan Edwards still there in third position. This Nathan's 29th career start, and of course there's only so many starts you can do in the Junior Championship. If you haven't seen us before, 14 to 17 year olds racing, so it's a limited lifespan, and also that's why we tend to get slightly fewer drivers in this championship than we would in a regular one, because you can't stay in the formula. Other formulas that you see with us in our programming, you'll see bigger fields of cars, and that's because drivers tend to stay with it. And some of these guys may stay with Fiesta racing and go into the Fiesta Junior Championship, but that's something to think about for the future as we go in car with Aaron Thompson. Set a flying lap in qualifying just shy of 85 miles per hour, past Elliot Wilson's car. It looks like we've lost Richard Crisp as well from the timing screen, sadly. Richard, in his third meeting, had 2 fourth positions at Donington Park, which was a great debut in the championship, but he is sadly out of the race as we look at Nathan Edwards trying to get on terms with Cameron Pugh into the chicane goes Edwards. I'd say it's probably the fastest of the tracks that all of these cars race on. So past the entrance to the pits, coming down into Camp Corner, they'll go over the start-finish line and then go down the Dean Straight, down the straight towards Folly, and then Avon Rise down towards Quarry Corner, and you can see how quick this circuit is as we dip a little bit further back. The checkered flag livery on the car there, the white car of Lewis Kent. And we're in car with Alexander Tate. Joined us for this year at Snetterton. He was out in the Silverstone round past Elliot Wilson's car and putting pressure here on Sikander Hussain. And behind them we've got Lewis Kent. Lewis, another driver in his first year of racing, and big step up of course from whether you've done a little bit of racing or no racing at all in karts. It's a huge step coming into car racing, and all of these guys have acquitted themselves so well. Sikander Hussain holding on to position at the moment, qualified 10th behind Lewis Kent, but immediately ahead of Alexander Tate. So Sikander's made progress in the race as we watch the Essex bodied back car of Lewis Kent. Keep wanting to call him Warren Kent, that's his dad, who I think I've mentioned on the programme before. So those three circulating and battling it out for 7th place at the moment. So this is the view from Aaron Thompson, the race leader. Who is he going to go into the pits? Well, he thought about going into the... Yes, he is going into the pits. So Aaron Thompson's got a problem. Oh dear, Aaron Thompson, who hasn't had a retirement this year, has gone into the pits, and that leaves the race leader as Cameron Pugh. But Pugh has got a time penalty for track limits, and on the timing screen, this man running in 2nd position, Nathan Edwards, is leading on the timing screen, so that means that he's potentially on for his first ever win. If he can keep within 5 seconds of Cameron Pugh, Pugh's going to be disappointed with the penalty, but I think he'll be happy to have taken the checkered flag if he can do it, by doing so on the road. Through the chicane goes Nathan Edwards. Remember, 2nd position on track, but leading by the clock, because he's less than 5 seconds behind Cameron Pugh, who leads. So there is Cameron. Cameron Pugh heads out of Tower through Bobby's, and then we'll go down Westway. Keep your eyes open for the 2nd place card. There it is, flashing through shot. We've got Ronan Quinn in 3rd position once again. So Ronan Quinn looks like he could be on for another podium. But this is the view from Nathan Edwards, and this is the view from Camp Corner. The race leader is Cameron Pugh. He's going to take the checkered flag but be classified in 2nd position. Pugh comes out of that last corner. There's the checkered flag. Cameron Pugh takes the checker. Nathan Edwards is 2nd across the line but will take the win on timing. Cameron Pugh 2nd. Ronan Quinn was there in 3rd. 4th goes to Michael Higgs from Carlito Moracco. Then it was Alexander Tate. Lewis Kent got the better of Sikander Hussain. Then it was Ben Swift. Aaron Thompson in 10th.
So Nathan Edwards then, congratulations, race winner here, race 1 at Castle Combe, but a little bit of a surprise win perhaps.
Yeah, I saw the 5 second board, but I was like, oh no, I'm not 5 seconds behind him, but I did it on the line by 0.56 seconds, but Daniels Motorsport gave me a fantastic car. I can't thank them enough. I can't thank my sponsors, National Car Cleaning, Gardex Protection and Sean Vehicle Auctions, because they just gave me a fantastic car, and yeah, so over the moon to get a win finally.
Other than the surprise penalties for others, for you, was it a clean race?
Yeah, it was a clean race. We didn't have the pace we wanted, but I'll take a win anytime. Yeah.
However it comes, right?
Yeah, however it comes. Yeah, it's the first win, so I'll take that. But next time we'll be trying to do it on the road next time.
How are you enjoying Castle Combe as well? Because just watching from the final turn there, it's full commitment, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a quick track, and it's the first time the juniors have been here, so it's sort of like who's the quickest sort of thing. And we haven't got the pace over 1 lap, but I was hoping we had a pace over 20 minutes. But yeah, we did eventually have the pace.
All right, excellent. Congratulations. Good luck for race 2.
Thank you very much.
So 2nd place finisher Cameron Pugh, but Cameron, you were 1st on the road. Were you aware of the time penalty?
Yeah, obviously the track was getting a bit slippier, damp with the weather. The tyres were going. just I think I was pushing too much at the end, and obviously it cost me. But I think I'm happy with my qualifying, and it really put me on the grid for a good position. It's a hard track to overtake, so I'm happy with my end result. But you can't be too sad that it's just something to learn from.
It's a podium anyway, like you say though, and in a place like Castle Combe, that's got to be satisfying. It's a tough track.
Yeah, had it off. Michael went off in qualifying yesterday, so it's proving quite tough. It's quite a bumpy track. It's a fast track as well, so you've got to be careful in your braking zones and get quite twitchy. You haven't got much runoff either.
You've got to have some confidence though going forward to race 2, because you clearly had the pace in that one.
Yeah, obviously, Aaron had a mechanical fault, so that put me on in first. Nathan wasn't catching, so I wasn't sure when I got my penalty if I was that far enough ahead that it wouldn't have cost me. But looking forward to race 2, maybe I can make it up again on that.
All right, best of luck, mate.
All right, thank you very much.
Third place finisher Ronan Quinn then. Bit of a lonely race towards the end. Some good fights early on though.
Yeah, it was good. It was a close first lap, and everyone was fighting for position, but I managed to get into fourth, and just work up from there. So it was good.
How are you finding the car setup as well? Because it's a tricky place to get the setup right for.
Yeah, it's. I think I might need to change the setup on the rear a bit. It was a little bit squirmy, and the rain at the end didn't help. But I think it was good overall. Team Daniels set the car up well.
How much of an effect did the rain have? Because it was raining, but not that heavy.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The last lap it got a bit slippier, but it helped me catch Nathan a bit. So yeah, it was good.
All right, best of luck for race 2, mate.
Thanks.
So the cars are lining up to go out for race 2 for the Fiesta Juniors here at Castle Combe. I'm with Championship Coordinator Julianne Bates. Julianne, been a good day's racing so far?
It has been a good day's racing. We've had far too many exceeding track limits today, but hopefully they've all been told, so we'll have a good race too.
Looking forward to it. It's Nathan Edwards and Cameron Pugh on the front row. Over to Richard to talk you through it.
Thanks, Andy. Pole position then goes to race winner Nathan Edwards. Cameron Pugh is alongside row 2 Ronan Quinn and Michael Higgs. Carlito Moracco followed by Alex Tate, then Lewis Kent and Sikander Hussain, Ben Swift and Aaron Thompson row 5 followed by Richard Crisp and Elliot Wilson. Round 10 of the 2015 BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. Lights are on. Out they go very quickly indeed. So Nathan Edwards looking to make it a second win, but Cameron Pugh, who had fastest lap in race number 1, will be keen to get going. This the view from Alexander Tate. And look at Aaron Thompson siding his way through. Lewis Kent's in front as well. Quick look there from Alexander in his mirrors. And he's got the 15 car of Sikander Hussain going to the outside. So Alexander Tate losing a couple of positions, but there's plenty of time for him to mount a fight back. It's Michael Higgs that leads the 2 Jam Sport cars. Cameron Pugh on the outside line. This the view from Ronan Quinn, who took 3rd place in race number 1. And Ronan fighting hard, so it's Michael Higgs out front. Aaron Thompson is challenging Nathan Edwards for 2nd position. Nathan's 2nd position's going to be short held because Thompson goes through on the inside. So Nathan Edwards down to 3rd, and Edwards is coming under pressure from Cameron Pugh now. So Edwards still in a potential podium position. At the moment, all he can do is look at the back of the SDT contracts. Aaron's flashing his lights at Michael Higgs. Not quite sure what that's about. Looks like a problem for Carlito Moracco at the back of the field in red. He's pulling up, so it looks like a non-finish for Carlito. He's going to join Elliot Wilson as a non-point scorer in this race too. So Ronan Quinn busy here chasing Cameron Pugh. And Cameron goes wide, and Ronan's going to go down the inside. Here's the battle from outfield, side by side. And Ronan Quinn goes through. It's notoriously difficult to overtake here around Combe. So that was a fantastic piece of racing by both drivers. Ronan Quinn goes through on the inside. The Leicestershire youngster looking to bag another podium. We've got the safety car coming out. That's going to close things up. Give Aaron Thompson a chance to flash his lights again at his teammate. And you can see that we've also got Sikander Hussain's car parked up. Here we go in car with Carlito Moracco. And just waving to the marshal. So we've got a couple of cars stranded outfield on the track. So the best thing to do in that situation is what the organisers done, deploy the safety car. Safety car now coming in, and Michael Higgs here is going to have to nail the start. You see Aaron Thompson with his lights on. Right behind them is Nathan Edwards. Then we've got Ronan Quinn, the top four all together. The two Jam Sport boys at the front take the green flag. This the view from the third place car. Nathan Edwards, one win under his belt. As you heard him say in the interviews, he'll take a win anyway because he respected the track limits, remember, in race number 1. And it's such an issue these days at all the race circuits. And, you know, he didn't get it wasn't across the line first, but he did respect the track limits. So he's quite happy to take that win. Played by the rules. So Michael Higgs coming under pressure, the top four breaking free. And you can see Aaron Thompson really applying the pressure on Michael Higgs, comes out for the racing line, dives for the outside. Great move by Aaron Thompson. You don't see that hardly anywhere, let alone the outside line at Castle Combe. And Thompson showing great bravery going around the outside. It didn't pay off for him, but what fantastic entertainment. This the view from Ronan Quinn, who's chasing Nathan Edwards. We're in car with the 4th position machine. Blue flag still being shown all the way around the track to remind everybody that racing's back underway. Lewis Kent's running well, isn't he, behind Cameron Pugh trying to close up. But it's Aaron Thompson challenging for the lead. Very wide moment there by Nathan Edwards, and that's going to be punished by Ronan Quinn, who sees the gap, goes through, up into a podium position again. So Ronan Quinn looking for his 4th podium on the bounce here. Edwards is going to fight back though. Nathan Edwards chasing hard. Going to look to the inside. Here's half a gap. Is he going to be able to make it down the inside? Oh no, he isn't. He's a little bit too far back. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead between Higgs and Thompson rages on. What a brave move that was by Thompson to look at the outside line. I tell you what, there's a few senior drivers who are going to be looking at this and thinking, my goodness me, all these youngsters are going to be up amongst us lot in a year or so's time. Edwards coming under pressure from Cameron Pugh. So the lead trio starting to break away. Pugh had the pace in race number 1 and he's quickest again in this one. Ronan Quinn in 3rd place, wants to stay up on terms with the two Jam Sport boys, and at the moment he is doing that. Here they come down towards Camp Corner, down the Dean Straight into Camp. Thompson looks for the outside line again. Doesn't look defensive at all, does he, Aaron Thompson? He's not bothered at all about the 3rd place driver at the moment. And he's going to have a look down the inside, tries to go through. This the view from Quinn, and Thompson makes the move, goes through. Aaron Thompson is the new leader. Michael Higgs is down to 2nd, and Aaron Thompson has fought up from a long way back on the grid to take the lead. What a fighting drive by Thompson. Michael Higgs is in 2nd. Higgs, remember, 2nd in the championship. Nathan Edwards 3rd. Conor Grady 4th in the championship. He's moved on now, so Ronan Quinn will move into 4th position. I think, in fact, he already has done, moved into 4th position in the championship. But it's Aaron Thompson who is away and down the road as we look again at the battling cars behind. It's Michael Higgs 2nd, so Thompson left of shot, goes out of picture, followed by Michael Higgs. Then we've got Ronan Quinn, followed by Cameron Pugh. And now Nathan Edwards is going to have a look back to try and get the position. But, well, I can tell you something. We've got time penalties again. And a 5-second penalty for the race leader. Again, Nathan Edwards tries to bang his way down the inside and goes through. Well, you can see why this is a training ground for the likes of touring cars. Edwards knows that he was a bit physical there. Raises his hand, apologises. Exactly the right thing to do. And he's still side by side with Ronan Quinn. They're fighting hard. Edwards has got the inside line. Quinn's got the sweep round the outside and retains position. Incredible stuff from the 14 to 17-year-olds. Now, I was saying about penalties, and the race leader again has a 5-second penalty. So Aaron Thompson, in fact, it's a 10-second penalty for Thompson. A 5-second and a 10. So he's going to drop Aaron Thompson back to 4th place on the road. So it means that Michael Higgs on the clock is the race leader. Thompson looks like he's going to take another checkered flag, but his teammate there in yellow and blue, goodness me, they really are enforcing the track limits here at Castle Combe this weekend. They have to for safety's sake, I guess. And Nathan Edwards, oh no, Nathan Edwards after winning race 1 is into retirement, so Edwards is out of it. Nathan Edwards goes from winner to retiree. but he will fight back at our next event as Aaron Thompson continues to lead. So it's Michael Higgs out front at the moment. Cameron Pugh has got a time penalty as well. He's running third. Now, by my calculations, that's going to put Lewis Kent into a maiden podium. Thompson comes around the final turn and he's going to take the checker, but he's going to be relegated to fourth position. We've got Wave Jallows out as well. Thompson takes the checker, but Michael Higgs takes the win. Ronan Quinn second, Lewis Kent a maiden podium in third place, Aaron Thompson fourth, Alex Tate in fifth, Cameron Pugh in sixth place ahead of Ben Swift. Fastest lap to Cameron Pugh.
Michael Higgs, race winner here at Castle Combe, and what a turnaround from the disaster yesterday in qualifying. Just talk a little bit, very briefly about that though. What happened in qualifying?
Qualifying, I could see my times were down and I've really had to push, and just braking a bit too late into quarry, and the ABS has kicked in. I just couldn't get the car slowed down in time, and then my eyes were closed and I was into the wall.
And it did a lot of damage. That must have been a real overnight job.
Yeah, just big thank you to Jamsport and Amberstone for getting the car back out. They could have pretty much rebuilt me a whole car, but all it was just a door panel and just a wing as well.
And from the disaster yesterday, you've now won the second race at Castle Combe. Can you believe it?
Yeah, starting fourth on the grid, and managed to get a brilliant start into first and led for the first few laps. And there was the incident which brought the safety car out, and then Aaron managed to catch me up. So I just couldn't get the jump on him off the start, and he's managed to catch me from then, and it was just a battle from then. And then track limits came into place and helped me get into first.
And your thoughts for the rest of the season now, moving onwards to the next round?
Yeah, this weekend hasn't really been too great for points for Aaron, I guess. So it's really helped me in the championship pick some points up. So it's going to be a battle to the end, I guess.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Ronan Quinn, your second podium of the day. Pretty good day's work at Castle Combe.
Yeah, I'm so pleased. I mean, I didn't know I'd got a second until I came into here, but it was a good race.
It looked really tight. I mean, the whole lead bunch, nose to tail throughout.
It was, we were really close, and that safety car made it even more interesting, but they all raced really hard and it was good. Michael especially was blocking really well, and I'm pleased he's won it in the end.
Yeah, after the comeback from yesterday. Very hot out there today as well, and this place can hurt the tyres, so how much were you having to conserve that?
Yeah, near the end they started to get a bit not as grippy, but around every corner you're just screeching. That's how hard you're just pushing the car, but you've got to do it to be at the front, so it's just one of them things. This track is hard on tyres.
All right, well, congratulations, a great day's work.
Yeah, I'm really happy, and thanks to my sponsors as well, and Team Daniels. I'm just really pleased.
So, Lewis Kent, third place in that race, fifth on the road though because there were a few penalties in front of you, so got to be satisfied still to be on the podium.
Yeah, really happy with the car for that one. Thought I was in fifth on the road, but then all of a sudden just came in and everyone started showing me three fingers, and I didn't know I was third until they started doing that, and I was so surprised and I was so happy for it to happen.
And you were right in amongst that leading pack really after the safety car, weren't you?
Yeah, I was still with them, and then my tyres on the front started dropping off, but then I started to get it back towards the end as Alex started putting pressure on me. And I'd just like to thank Jamsport for helping me out with the car for the weekend and all the rest of that.
Excellent, well, congratulations on the podium.
Thank you very much.